we were still on. I was like, I forgot we were on my Switch. So this was like, we're back to normal. I was like, why is that redacted?
Yeah, no, it's honestly one of my favorite songs from the game as well. But here we go. Yeah, you were right. We are seeing the DarkSDW Minimin against the Caecilius Lucas. A classic matchup on FD of all things as well.
All right. Double up tilt to catch things off. The early jump getting scouted. All right. Darks once again, even though it didn't work the first time, is going to go straight back for that defensive option. Now finally gets his feet on the ground. Has to land with up air, but is going to get punished for it.
Does have those options to get caught by the PK Fire though. Oh, big down smash, and that's really surprising that kills, but obviously a little bit of charge goes a long way, especially with a move as meaty as that. Yeah,
Dark's taking a little bit of time to steady himself on the platform. He definitely wasn't ready for his stock to disappear like that. Definitely not as strong an opener as in his games against Prey. Kai actually trying to throw out that grab in case of running in, but Dark's quite rightly just stays still, can play a slightly longer grab range.
Yeah, feeling out that space and tossing out the Megawatt Nair, which can be massive if you're not ready for it. Trying to feel out the space as well with these tilts in the air as well, making it so the Caecilius cannot approach and has to be relegated to his projectile options.
All right, starting to slow things down. Tries to go for his first grab. Just sends out the Megawatt in response. Not going to let the PK Freeze go for free.
Nice bullying, taking Kai off the side of the stage, but Kai works around the arms. The Fist of Fury, unfortunately for Phil, not working.
All right, landing hitbox there. And tries to use the PK Magnet. See an absorption there, but still keeps him out. And now trying to send those out. He's sent too far. You know, tethers, you know, do or die. And as you said, one of the less DLC feeling tethers in the game.
Actually, second worst tether in the game, but that definitely doesn't feel like it. The heavy Megawatt takes Caecilius out. That's the first stock of Lucas's gone from the game.
Nice mash out there with the down tilt, trading with the grab, so he's not actually going to get the scoop that he's looking for. And Darks needs to play a pretty comfortable stock. We saw him able to get back to a 0-0 when he was playing against Prey pretty comfortably, but this time he's just on the receiving end of freeze after freeze. Doesn't get refrozen second time before touching the ground.
Chugs up that Ram, lets it rip, but it doesn't find any targets. Goes for it again, Dragon Arm as well, blazing up and ready to go. Catch Caecilius, evening out this percent, but obviously he needs to take another stock just to make this an even game.
Yeah, all damage here is gravy, so to speak. Caecilius is looking to try and push even further. The Ram is starting to connect, and he was getting a little bit of pressure to the ledge. It feels like Darks hasn't really had that ledge control, like able to really stuff out these options, as Lucas just so tricksy to play around. All right, air dodge spent, but he's slow on it. I think he went for the up smash, but a little bit slow on the release there, maybe trying to charge it to confirm the kill. He's managed to get the air dodge out, but that floaty double jump allows Caecilius to immediately change his vertical position.
Hate to say it, Kai's got a bit of a download on these rolls, catching them out with down tilts and smashes every single time Phil tries to go for them. There's the classic down tilt F tilt, and the PK Thunder's going to be covering all the options. You cannot tether it. I said that right at the start. This sucks, because even if you land that tether, Kai can just toss out the PK Thunder, drag it under the stage, and even if you pull in, it catches you and knocks you out.
That's a rough one. So, he gave it a try.
He definitely did. Honestly, it wasn't not working. It looks to be so heavily matchup based, but there's a chance, right?
Yeah. He was campaigning for this to just be playing like when stream was starting earlier today.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wait. He did the classic. Yeah. He spun his cursor in a circle. That's the DarkSDW language for I've got something. So interesting fun fact, this character, he has said time and time again, the Palutena is reserved for one opponent and one opponent only, being Stabbich's very own haste. So the fact that it's come out against another person is not only a DarkSDW first, but also a very interesting pick as well.
Yeah, I don't know how much time he's had to warm this one up. Obviously, Palu, a much, relatively simpler character. I mean, most people would probably argue the Minion isn't that complicated, but there is a lot of different mechanics. You're almost playing a slightly different game there.
I totally agree. No!
So very close. Just he had the right idea, trying to buffer the up B straight away, because obviously we weren't going to see any form of like stage spike coming out, but just 1 or 2 hits was all the down air needed to get the value to take the stock. 36 now to 81. First Nair isn't going to find much more. Explosive Flame, something that we don't always see that much from Palutena. And Darks looks like he had the right idea going for that ledge trump setup, but doesn't actually find anything from it.
Dark finding that back air, that thing that has not priority. Bit of a bizarre counter, probably trying to call out a PK Fire or something of the sort, but PK Fire is reactable, so you don't even have to read it. He should be making this back, and he does.
Oh, I feared for my life there. Not going to go off stage or bring out the counter just yet. Just going to be trying to play things a little bit more by the book early on. Oh, pummel there. Pretty much calling out Caecilius, not going for the mash. Once again, still playing it safe, just trying to keep his feet above water, playing this character, not try and throw away a stock, going for anything too risky. We already saw him go off stage once. The forward air not going to get the connection just yet. Tries to get a run off nair, but stays away. Jumps out, and the back air is going to be enough. He's going to make it back. He is.
Yeah, so the thing to keep in mind as well with Palisades recovery, it's not just the teleport. She keeps momentum coming out of it. So when you teleport, you've still got like a fair bit of distance you can go before you snap to that ledge.
Yeah, thankfully they didn't curse her with just coming to a dead stop momentum, like some characters are unfortunately saddled with. The roll behind him, this time he goes for the dash rather than going for a throw, trying to just give himself a little bit of burst option there, just get something started. I lose dash attack, definitely not a shoddy combo starter. Just going to retreat to that top ledge. And this is what we saw Battlefield allows Darks to try and play with a little bit more variety in the way he chooses to mix things up.
God!
Oh, hit him. That third one was techable. That third one was techable. That one, you know?
That's so weird that the third one was techable? What's meant to be the strongest hit of the three was the one that he potentially could have reacted to.
Yeah, I wonder if he was like maybe still holding up during the recovery.
Is it because every single hit of it stalled it? Hit 1 stails down smash, hit 2 stails down smash, hit 3 was the weakest one.
I'm not entirely sure how standing works for the multi-hits, because otherwise it would fill up. It would fill up really fast.
Yeah.
So I think it was just that maybe he was still holding up from the teleport and then just let go of it and it was back in the techable range.
That's so bizarre. Either way, that moment, been and gone. Here we go back into this. Phil staying alive in his final stock. That could be a kill, but it's not quite. Caecilius living on, tries to get a magnet on anything, but Phil is not biting.
All right. Caecilius, he's starting to once again loop those PK freezes back on him, see if maybe Darks is going to try and just overshoot the ledge, but instead he's making use of the platforms that he managed to get 3 of on this stage to give him just the option to recover high rather than trying to go for a ledge snap or anything like that. 45 though, it was slow and methodical. He's managed to bring this one back to a relatively tied game. Just needs to make sure he doesn't get over antsy.
DarkSDW getting knocked off the stage out the back of it.
All right,
oh, the
counter comes out.
Counter.
Definitely not one of the good counters in the game, but he's managed to find some value out of it. Air dodge back in keeps him there to play. As the multi-hits of the down air once again don't find value. That invincible dash attack is going to be our combo starter.
That back air as well, coming in at clutch, showing off the fact that it is literally a hitbox that has mad priority, intercepting projectiles and deleting them from play. And speaking of deleting,
early teleport. He's doing it again.
Oh, no grab. Very surprising in that scenario.
You know when your option is so bad that it's good?
I know exactly what you mean. But Dark lives on, gets popped off the side. Caecilius trying to get anything, knowing that the next shot could spell demise. But the thing is, that's for both of them. A heavy F smash or up smash or anything could do it, especially for Dark.
He keeps going from below rather than going straight. I think Darks is just trying to keep it simple rather than trying to go for these big enders. Dash attack, that's dangerous, but the nair into the floor is going to find nothing. Full dash up. We may have seen that a bunch of times yesterday in Strive, but not happening today. Tether of his own, and this time the first down smash is going to connect. He's going to take it pretty comfortably. Well, I say comfortably. It was looking dicey for a second.
Close. The game is never over until the game says game. As we saw multiple times during that magic as well. If it red flashes, DI like your life depends on it, because fun fact, it probably does.
Now the question is, will we go to a different character, or is he gonna say...
No, don't, wait, he does this. Oh my god, it's one riff on a loop. Why do you like this so much?
Hey, look, the same reason people like Fortnite songs.
Yeah, you're right.
The attention span for different music, we don't got that. We want to hear the same thing on repeat.
To be fair, I fully respect it in this scenario. This song is one of the patented DarkSDW power-up songs.
All right, let's see if it's enough to power him up to the first game in this best of 5. He is going to need it, otherwise he's going to be dropping somewhat unceremoniously here with a 3-0. And Caecilius will claim his spot in the top cut.
True. I can hear Smash Dog in the background echoing karma straight back to him. But speaking of echoing, we're seeing slight echo to the past game, both of them trying to feel out neutral with their projectiles and nair play a piece.
You can almost kind of see where like I like the attempt, but PK Freeze is such a weird projectile to try and play around, especially because Kai has the opportunity to choose how it plays. Now we're seeing that down smash in. I think originally it was designed to catch roll or anything like that, but obviously, as we've seen, capable of stage spiking or catching that teleport hitbox.
So yeah, if it ain't broke, well, it is broke, but like, we can't fix it anymore, so Kai's gonna run with that.
If it works, it works. All right, once again, it also feels like Dux is jumping really, really early, so he's limiting his options when landing. So coming down with the button or being forced to drift back and give up space. Catches the jump, but it's a sour spot.
Comes in with that forward air, catches him with the toes, but the triple toes of Lucas trying to respond in themselves. DarkSDW finding out the space, gets hit by an up tilt. Don't get hit by a freeze again, and he doesn't. Drops on that platform, finds another nice hit from the fair, and Explosive Flame's going to pop Caecilius. It's very, very highly up in the air. And that's the thing with Explosive Flame, right? Because it's a multi-hitbox explosion, with each hitbox not doing much damage, when you magnet it, you're going to get nothing back.
And Darks, once again, taking some time on the platform. He's down to his last stock here. He's going to have the massive comeback if he's going to have a chance of taking it. Once again, goes for the run off net. It's going to get the up air. It's risky, but it finds value. 0-0. We've seen him manage to get back to these sorts of situations before in previous sets. But see if he can do it again. The last remaining Staffordshire member.
I do definitely think that the Palutena was the choice for this set, and it is working. It's just a case of how far can he make it go.
I respect the patience here, not trying to rush things in and try and get things back. He's finding his openings, doesn't find the second up air, but he's managed to bring it to a tied percent, even if it's not tied stocks. And once again, having to play from behind. This time he gets to reflect out. Unfortunately, we haven't seen it on the PK fires, just the PK freezes. That going to kill early?
No way!
87. Must have caught him holding up, unfortunately. Dux really just was unable to play around the down smash, and he is going to crash out at the 5th